Hey, students, good morning, and just be prepared to get the concept and the abstract of the chapter of your book First Fight. The first chapter is here, A Letter to God, written by G.L. Fluets. He was a Mexican novelist, journalist, poet. In fact, his contribution has made this English literature really a rich one. So just be ready so that we can start the first chapter. The name of that chapter is A Letter to God, written by G.L. Fluents. For a brief detail, I would like to convince everybody that he was a Mexican journalist. Basically, it was his profession, and he has written so many poems, and he was a great poet. He was a novelist too. He was born on 17 November 1897, and he lived almost 7 decades before he passed away on December 10, 1966. As you have heard the title of the story, it is quite a unique one, a letter to God. How can it be possible that somebody can write a letter to God? And this is the mystery of this chapter, that how a letter to God is written. So, just come to the summary and be attentive for at least 10 minutes before I conclude my teaching. And if you have some doubts, some queries, you can post, and I will try my best to clear all the concepts. Where you have some problems, shortcomings, and so on. So here we should go. The chapter is A Letter to God, and this story begins with a farmer who is hoping for rain. A farmer, his name is Lencho, and as you know, that farmers, they grow crops, they grow food for us, but even today we see that the condition of the farmer is not very good. So definitely, as we talk about farmer, his poverty is one of the thing that we should highlight. One who feeds stays hungry for years, and this is really serious matter. Why one lives hungry, who grows some crops, some food, vegetables and fruits. Okay, we will discuss these emotional things later. First, we should go through the chapter. What is the chapter all about? Here, as I have told all of you, that the protagonist of this entire story is one farmer. His name is Lencho, and his house is situated nearby a hill, mountain. You can say there is valley, there are farms, and the farmer is living all alone. It means he is solitary, he is quarantine. He is expecting the last shower of rain that can give him a very good quality of harvest. His crops have already grown matured, just one little shower, and that will be a handy one. He lives with his family, where his wife is there, his children are there, and he's talking to his wife that if we get a last hour of rain, what will happen? That we will get very great harvest. And suddenly, as if the God listens, the God of rain listens, the sky becomes darker, the clouds appear, and it starts soaring. The raindrops that fall at that time make Lancho really dance with joy. He thinks that his dream is almost getting over. His dream, his dream, his dream was not to get gold. His dream was not to get money. His dream was just to get some rain, and that rain was not less than money. The small drops that were falling from the sky, he compares them with a coin of 5, and the bigger drops that fall from the heaven, he compares them with a coin of 10. So 5 and 10 like coins are falling from the sky, and he is really overjoyed because a farmer has not an ambition to make the Taj Mahal, but he wants his crops to be grown. He wants his crops to be harvested because he puts lots of efforts there before he gets those crops ready to be kept at the hearth. So, God has different plans. What man thinks, almost gets destroyed before the plannings of God. What happens? That the sudden change comes there, and it starts raining heavier. The heavier rain is not alone. It brings with it the huge stones, the hailstones, the silver color hailstones. They start falling, and it keeps on, and those were not falling literally on the farms, but definitely on the expectation, on the hope, on the faith of that poor farmer Lancho. He got completely ruined with each and every stone that was falling from the sky. In very little time, the entire field was covered with white snow, white stone, hailstone. The leaves of the crops got broken from their bodies. Everything got separated. The green farm looked like a white sheet of snow. The heavy downpour turned into the hailstone, and that hailstone just made Lancho's crops get completely destroyed. The length of that pathetic time made Lancho weep, and he was weeping and weeping, and he was shouting, he was crying. Why not? His dreams were scattered. The entire family got grief stricken. In the evening, he told his wife that this year we are going to die hungry because we have no money and we have no crops. What we require some money, and nobody will give us money. What should be done? Lancho thinks that God can help them, only God. In this situation, nobody will come to help but God. So what he does, he sits with a pen and paper and he starts writing a letter to God. Quite surprising. Later I will ask you whether he was a fool, he was a theist, or he was an atheist. So when he starts writing, he writes his letter, and thereafter on the envelope he writes down one simple address, God, and he himself goes there to post that letter to the post box at the post office. Comes back. When the postman finds a letter in the post box, he is perplexed, he is shocked, he is completely at the loss of words. He was at the loss of words, what he should say. He was at the loss of his action also, what he should do. So he decides to go to the postmaster with that letter and say, see, we have got letter. The letter does not mention any particular address. Where should we post this letter? Just written there, God. The postmaster saw that, yeah, that was right, that the letter was without any particular address. It was written God, and where does God live? Nobody knows. So how could he post that letter to God? The postmaster was very honest and he was really a nice person. So he thought that he must go to the content of that letter, though it was not ethical, even though he wanted to read that amazing letter inside that envelope. So he tore that piece of paper that was envelope, and then he opened that letter and he started reading. What he read, he got completely surprised. Lencho had written that, God, this year we all are going to die hungry because we have got our crops destroyed. Since the rain came from your side, you have to help me by sending 100 pesos at least, so that we can have some new seed, and thereafter we can do once more the same farming. So it will take at least an amount of 100 pesos, and I wish that you should help me by sending the amount that I have asked. The postmaster was now vexed, perplexed, and confused what he should do. Though he was a good man, he thought that this poor farmer must be a theist who has lots of faith in God, and he must be helped. So he requested all his employees to donate a little amount from their salary, and they were just able to collect 70 pesos instead of 100 pesos there. And he thought that would be some help for that poor farmer, and thereafter the money was sent to that poor farmer. When the postman rings the bell or knocks the door, what happens? At the sound he comes, Lenzo appears. He takes the bundle of money from the postman without any surprise, as if he was quite sure that money had to come. So he takes that money, and then what he does, starts counting, and he finds that only 70 pesos are there. His eyebrows get corrugated, and he decides that he must write one more letter. So he sits with pen and paper again, and he starts writing. He writes down a letter to God once more, but this was the letter written in contempt, in anger, with emotion. What he writes: Dear God, you have sent me the amount of money I have received, but the sent amount was not delivered to me. Only 70 pesos I have received, and I wish that you must send the rest of the amount to me as soon as possible. But there is one request: please do not send the money through the post office, because the people, the employees, because the persons who are working at the post office are the bunch of crooks. Means Lencho thought that the money was sent by the Almighty God, and he had that much trust in God that he thought that money was completely delivered to the post office, but from there the bunch of crooks, those employees, they must have taken that sum of money, that was 30 pesos, and rest of the money 70 pesos was delivered to Lancho. So this is the story, and I hope you will have some queries. Though the story is very clear, it is all about the trust, but you have to decide whether the author wants to highlight that he was a fool, he was a theist, or which type of person Lancho was. You will have to imagine, you will have to think, and you will have to write a character sketch of that person. Though I appreciate that the postmaster was really a great person, but the same opinion does not match when we see Lancho's reaction when he writes the letter for second time. I hope for present time you have got the concept of this chapter, and if you have some queries you can post your message and I will definitely try to clear them. Thank you very much.